And then, of course, ask Trump.
Like the video if you haven't already, y'all.
It's insane. So let's go and go to those clips.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
Whoa.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick them.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race.
Man. They've been threatening violence against Trump for a while, man. And shout out James Ford with the $5 super chat, bro. We appreciate you, big dog. He ain't had too much to say. Just wanted to pull up and show some support, man.
Let us see it.
But that's crazy, though. The vitriol to this man, bro. Like, you're damn near.
Country is white men, most of them radicalized to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
Wow.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Yo.
Oh, this is Biden before he lost the
Yeah.
before he lost the mental acuity and the sharpness.
Boy, he said, I'll take him in the...
This actually would have looked like he could have did something. Nowadays, bro, hey, that man Biden is in poor state.
But, bro, to say that, though. But to say that?
Punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you.
He is destructive to our democracy, and he has to be eliminated.
Let me give you one bottom line. As a former government official, government's going to kill this guy.
Look, as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
Hey, yo.
Your discretion, describe.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
I will go and take Trump out tonight. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd.
Pretty much calling for violence against Trump supporters.
Yeah, inciting violence.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you come out with that hat? Hop on his ass. I'm like, whoa.
And shout out, you want to try that set?
YC car photo pots. Man, with the $3 super sticker. This is their first time super chatting on a live stream, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for blessing us with that honor.
Appreciate you, dog.
And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
If you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Wow. Yeah, they've always been on this. They have always been on it. It's for some strange reason these people, well, I'm gonna be real with you, they just want the end. They are not reasonable. They tell you they're reasonable, they're not reasonable people, bro. It's like they've been calling for this man's death for how long?
The inclusive and loving left. Only inclusive if you on their side.
Man.
If you say anything that goes against their agenda, man, they'll burn, punch, riot against you.
Show ass, boy.
It said punch him in the face. I would love to take him behind the gym and
because if
deal
the
with
media
him.
is telling you the lies that Donald Trump is making
and whoop his ass. Ain't that crazy, man? Ain't that crazy?
We're gonna smooth right into the next video, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Like the video if you haven't already. And it looks like we just hit 29,000 subscribers. So shout out everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all being on this journey with us, man. Let's keep it going. Road to 30K, but we gonna keep going, man. We happy to have y'all here with us, man.
I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
No, I wouldn't
support a national ban. Protect our LGBTQ citizens.
You're being lied to. This isn't even about supporting Trump. This is merely just calling out the lies that are bluntly told in front of our faces. I urge you all to think for yourself and look up the news for yourself. I don't care if you vote for Trump or Kamala, as long as you know why you are voting for them. In this video, we're going to be debunking the most common lies that are told about Donald Trump, because instead of the media telling you the lies that Donald Trump is making, the media is making the lies about Donald Trump. And again, this isn't to say that he's never lied before, but it just goes back to how the media is coming up with lies about him instead of just telling the people what he's actually saying and giving the proper context. If you like this kind of content, commentary, reaction, and you like getting to the truth of the matter, be sure to subscribe. It helps the channel grow a ton. Without further ado, let's dive right into this. Find people on both sides.
Let's remember Charlottesville.
You know we coming for it.
Where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side.
This is something that they didn't fact check, despite fact checking Trump, which I'm all for. If you're going to fact check, that's fine. I'm all for the truth. But at least be consistent. Because according to a common fact checking site, Snopes, no, Trump did not call neo-Nazis and white supremacists very fine people.
Damn, that's left-leaning.
That's the actual truth.
Chat,
Joe
man.
Biden, Kamala, everybody keeps regurgitating this one headline. He said there are fine people on both sides. There is far more context to what he said. His sentence was cut off, and the truth was just never out there. So for those of you who have never seen the actual footage, let's hear what he actually said.
Changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis or the white supremacists, white nationalists. They should be condemned completely. That is what he said in that same clip. But like, if I let it keep playing.
But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated...
He doubled down?
And what he was speaking on was people that represented both sides, the left and the right. He ain't talking about the extremists. He ain't talking about the radicals, the people that was out there punching people, setting shit on fire and burning flags. He ain't talking about those folks. He's talking about the people who, taxpayers, American citizens who had the peaceful right to assembly and who showed up
for the right and the left.
Yeah, on God, who showed up just trying to support their message.
And it's crazy that bro though, because honestly, all I heard was, I don't mean the neo-Nazis and all that. Now he doubles down and be like, I really don't mean this, and I hope y'all don't bring that out of context, but that's what they always do with Trump, though.
Bro, the second he said that word, they seen an opportunity to clip him up and make him seem like he was just supporting or standing next to white nationalists or neo-Nazis. And shout out Carrie Seal, Weiserick. $10 super chat. Ain't too much to say. Just wanted to show some support. We appreciate that here at S.E.T Media.
And this is your first super chat on live stream, bro. We appreciate that honor. And I like the way your last name's spelled. I don't know why.
Carrie? Ma'am.
Ma'am.
We appreciate that honor, ma'am.
Did them absolutely unfairly. Now, in the other group also,
Something
you had
about
some
that last
fine
name
people,
says
but you also had troublemakers, and you see them come with the black outfits and with the helmets and with the baseball bats.
He called it out for what it is. He said there were very bad people on the right that need to be condemned. The white nationalists and the claims of all them people, he said that's stupid, that needs to be condemned. And he also said the Antifa and the people dressed in all black, they need to be condemned too. There were fine people on the right side that just wanted to maintain our nation's history and have these statues, and it's whatever. There were fine people on the left who said, I want the statue down, it's hurtful to my ancestors. Regardless, there were fine people on both sides, but it's clear with the full context. Trump never said that the Klansmen and the white nationalists were very fine.
Said that summer when they was going around tearing down all those statues and those historic figures and
under the pretext of slave owners and all that wild stuff. And I'm just like, but look, because they did what they did, we're here today. Can we please at least appreciate that? All right, we may not agree with everything that they did, but we're here today. It's like our parents. We may not agree to everything that our parents had to do for you to get here.
But you ain't gonna go around tearing down their pictures.
Oh God, ripping up their photos, ripping up your great grandma's photo. Would you start ripping up your great grandma's photo? Like my grandmother represented feminism. Like what?
Yeah,
people,
I agree.
he said they should be condemned. That's the actual truth. Speaking of racism in Charlottesville, let's get right into he's racist against black people. Let's just go through some of the things that he has said about black people.
Let's talk about George Floyd. You said George Floyd's death was a terrible thing.
Terrible.
Why are African Americans still dying at the hands of law enforcement in this country?
And so are white people. So are white people. What a terrible question to ask. So are white people. More white people, by the way.
That's not racist. That's an actual fact. The way that question was framed was actually very wrong, very misleading, and
it seemed like cops only kill blacks.
Make him look bad when in reality, every race in this nation deals with police brutality, which, by the way, is at a very, very low amount compared to the regular smuggler criminals out there. Are cops supposed to be protecting us? Yes. But I'm not going to sit here and act like every cop is bad and wrong. And I'm also not going to act like we're going to get rid of bad cops entirely. Bad cops are out there. It sucks, but...
And the people who complain about cops the most is the people who are doing crimes, ironically. Isn't that crazy? The cops pull me over, man. They always checking us. I'm like, yeah, but you sell drugs. You have gangbang tattoos all over you. Like, what do you expect? Like, what do you expect? Like, bro, I used to have homies that had hella tattoos, gangbang, and they wonder why their ass get pulled over. With 0 10, I'm like, dog, if you're going to be running around looking like a gangbanger, at least have 10 on your car.
Bro, let's not even talk about tattoos. I'm talking about face tats, teardrops. I'm talking about all type of shit on their face, my nigga.
Now, yes, we've had some sketchy friends in the future, and, you know, hey, we get along with everybody.
I'll be honest, he's still some of the homies.
Oh, God,
I mean, I talk to him every day, but, nigga, you know you are.
Hey, shout out, but... we be honest with them. It's like, well, maybe you should ride around with 10 in your car, or maybe you might want to get some of these, some of these removed. You feel me? It wouldn't hurt. Well, it may hurt, but it wouldn't hurt like once you're done.
It might hurt physically, but it's gonna help you out in the long run.
It might clean this record up.
And shout out XL Chop, man. New sub, love the content. Peace. $5 super chat.
Man, we appreciate the support, man.
Yes, sir. And this is
to sit here and act like my life is in danger at the hands of white police when there are more people who get struck by lightning and die than black unarmed men get shot by the police. Miss me with it. It's so misleading. It really is. And what Trump said was true. That is a horrible question to ask. White people are harmed too. Let's keep it real. All Trump has done is keep it real. Let's go to the next clip.
Why do you have to lose? You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. What the hell do you have to lose?
Like, when we look in our inner cities, St. Louis, Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, the list can go on. And it's ran by our major Democrats for years, and we keep complaining about our hoods and our neighborhoods and everything falling apart. What do we have to lose by trying something new? That's all he was saying. I don't see the problem. What racist invites over 200 black people to hang out with him at his house? Because again, I was there. I told you, I've been about this. I've been there multiple times. I've dapped up with Trump. I've never gotten a...
Bro done dapped up Trump. Wait, what you talking about?
Go ahead.
He said, bro, hold on. Say that again, because bro was
200 black people to hang out with him at his house. Because again, I was there. I told you, I've been about this. I've been there multiple times. I've dapped up with Trump. I've never gotten a racist and bigoted vibe. People kept telling me that he was so racist and so bigoted. So what did I do? I went to the man's house to go and meet him.
Shout out Michael Wilson. First super chat on the live. We appreciate the honor.
You honor us.
Ain't had too much to say. Just wanted to show some support.
And it was funny. We was honestly just reacting to like a comment that kind of said, "Oh, you restored our faith in the black community," and I'm like. Key was like, well, damn, that's a kind of...
I'm like, well, damn, it's kind of like a little bit of racial undertones in that comment.
But I kind of had to break it down like, well, let's be real, though. When people look at the black community, they think liberalism. Look at the way our women dress in videos or they dress in public. Liberal. Look at our ideologies and how we overly cope for the LGBTQ and trans community. Liberal. It seems like everything about the black community these days is... liberal. So I can't even get mad when they say, hold on, bro, you're a black Republican? Like, what?
Or just a black critical thinker.
Yeah.
You're just not on that side? You're thinking outside the box?
You're not part of the black liberal hive mind? Well, wait, are you okay? Like, no, yeah, we're just fine. Trust me.
And shout out Zach Potts, man, $5 super chat. Man. Ain't had too much to say, just wanted to show some support, man. We appreciate y'all, man. S.E.T Key Media, man. Appreciate everybody in here.
Some events, I met him, didn't get a racist bun to my body. Like, honestly, it was
What's
actually
going on,
a funny
Matt?
speech. That seems like a really bad racist to me. What racist pours money into black communities?
President Trump unveiling opportunity zones, a new policy he says will build up communities in need by giving investors tax breaks to invest in low-income areas.
What racist works with Kim Kardashian to get black people out of jail?
Hold on. It really is such an honor to be here today, so thank you.
Bro, should we go down the list of celebrities Trump freed when he was in there? You want me to go off of real quick, Set?
Go ahead, bro.
Kodak, Lil Wayne, A$AP Rocky, LiAngelo Ball when he stole a pair of sunglasses over in, I think it was China. Bro, that man was caping hard. I ain't gonna lie. He did a lot. If you just want to talk about what he did for black celebrities.
And this is what kills me, bro. Shame on us black people because, bro, one, he helped Kim Kardashian, and what Kim Kardashian go do? Talk ish about him later. Help, bro. He got Kodak Black. Kodak was the only loyal one to Trump. A$AP Rocky, disloyal. Because, bro, how am I going to get you out of there and then you go behind and start talking crap about me?
Even LeVar Ball, after he got his son out, I think he said, I don't owe him nothing. I don't owe him no thank you. I was like, damn, really?
Like, yeah,
he could have let your son rot in a Chinese prison cell.
Yeah, but
it wasn't going to be nice for him over there.
Bro, but he didn't. And he got your son out. Your delinquent ass son. I mean, like, the ultimate.
Your rich ass son. What the fuck is he doing stealing sunglasses?
And my man do this, you just can't even say thank you? Bro, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Lil Wayne ain't really came out and said too much.
Bro, some of y'all lucky I wasn't Trump. I'd have been like, okay, cool. Well, how about we lock your son up for what he'd have got in China then? So since nobody learned no lessons.
Journey with criminal justice reform.
What racist meets with the founder of BET, Black Entertainment Television, to discuss racism and ways to be a better person and ally to the black community?
I came away from that meeting understanding that President Trump is committed to reaching out to African Americans. And in the course of my conversation with them, we talked about a number of issues, if implemented by President Trump and his administration, will demonstrate that African Americans have something to gain by establishing a common ground with President-elect Trump and his administration.
Actions speak louder than words. And all these actions that Trump is doing for the black community, I don't understand how people keep pinning him as a racist when he actually is the worst racist out there. Project 2025.
You're going to hear tonight is a detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected again.
Let's hear. I keep hearing about Project 2025 from everyone on the left and all these Democrats. They keep talking about this is Trump's plan, Trump's plan, Trump's plan. What does Trump have to say about it? Because the only time I've ever heard Trump speak about Project 2025 is when he's saying things like this.
Like some on the right, severe right, came up with this Project 25, and I don't even know. I mean, some of them I know who they are, but they're very, very conservative, just like you have. They're sort of the opposite of the radical left, okay? You have the radical left and you have the radical right, and they come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is, it's Project 25. He's involved in Project, and then they read some of the things, and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it. But what they do is misinformation and disinformation, and they keep saying, he's a threat to democracy. I'm saying, what the hell did I do for democracy? Last week, I took a bullet for democracy.
Like, let's be real. Again, I keep saying let's be real because no one's being real. Like, he's saying he doesn't know about it. He's saying he knows some people who put it together. He knows and admits that it's very far right, the same way there's a far left. And that's that. It's not fair to pin him to something that he says he has nothing to do with. It doesn't matter if he...
The most extreme odd thing I've, read in Project 2025 was, ban on pornography. I'm like, all right, you are about to gut an entire industry right now.
Yeah. You got workers, you got consumers. That's gonna
man, tech people who build the websites.
Right,
it goes deep. So trust me, not just the porn stars who work for Pornhub, okay?
Knows some of the people who wrote it, so does Kamala. He incited violence on January 6th.
President of the United States incited a violent mob.
to attack our nation's capital.
What did Trump actually say? Again, we keep being told what he said. We keep being told he incited violence. What did Trump actually say on Jan 6th at that rally? Let's listen.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Peacefully and patriotically marched down to the Capitol. The crazy people on Jan 6th, that is not patriotic. That is delusional, and that is
and that was a radical minority.
He encouraged people to walk peacefully and patriotically. And you know what's crazy about that whole thing and the whole setup where he's speaking in D.C. and then everybody goes and walks to the Capitol? I was there. Not Jan 6 exactly, but an event just like this 2 months prior at the White House. Here's my invite. I told y'all I'm going to be talking on my... Dear Amir Odom, please see your invitation to remarks by the president to be held at the White House on Saturday, October 10th, 2020. It was a rinse and repeat event. When I heard that he told people, when everyone was like harping about Trump, everybody like...
so this is what people think of us. That's why they say that. I get it now. I always wonder why they say, oh, you're supported by Trump and all that. I'm like, oh, you could really get invitations and all that because you're an influencer?
He just exposed something I was never privy to. They had the exact same movement on January 6th months prior. A peaceful protest, the exact same type of protest and gathering was held months prior, and it didn't get nearly as much of attention because there weren't any radicals there. The minority of radicals who actually entered the Capitol, went in Nancy Pelosi's office, all that good stuff. That's what gave January 6th its bad connotation. But the exact same gathering was held months prior, and it didn't get nearly as much media attention.
Yeah,
crazy as hell.
It kind of sounds like maybe January 6th was set up a little bit.
Let's read that real quick.
October.
Remarks for peaceful protesters for law and order. Wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wow. How many of us knew that? I'll be honest, I didn't.
I didn't either. But hey, it's like kind of information he'd only be privy to.
Wow.
I like this.
2020. It was a rinse and repeat event. When I heard that he told people, when everyone was like harping about Trump told everybody to like go to the Capitol, he always does that. He did that at the event that I was at. We all walked to the Capitol and then dispersed and went back to the hotels or went out to eat or went to the club. Except for Jan 6, you had the crazy people acting a fool. We still have more to go through, but it is very clear that the media is very elusive when it comes to telling the truth. Even when Trump got shot, you think the media in big tech would just be very clear about what happened and let everything come up and be shown, but no, we've seen that that's not the case. Google and Facebook accused of suppressing Trump attempted assassination.
And suppressing Hunter Biden's laptop and other, detrimental stories against Biden. Isn't that crazy? There's a lot of things out against Biden, like Ashley Biden's diary, Hunter Biden's laptop, Tara Reedy, all that good stuff. Man.
I write into the article. Total sources, 85, 12 leaning left, 33 leaning right, 14 on the center. So what has the center said about this? Google faced accusations of suppressing information about Donald Trump's July 13th assassination attempt by failing to show relevant search results. What did the left say about this? Google Meta debunks claims they were hiding details about Trump assassination. Sometimes the real explanation isn't political bias, but faulty products.
Shout out Ground News.
Now we know these people can pull levers and pick and choose what to highlight. We've seen it be done. We just saw that viral video asking Alexa about why they should vote for Kamala, and then they give a list of reasons. Then you say, give me a list of reasons why I should vote for Trump, and Alexa's silent.
Alexa, why should I vote for Trump?
I cannot provide responses. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I asked Google Gemini on my phone the same question. I asked, all right, what's good about Kamala? It had a list. I asked, what's good about Trump? It literally said, I cannot give you advice on election topics right now. I'm like, wait, bro, you just did.
But when you ask Kamala about Kamala, it was like, oh, she's the first black female president, and she was the DA of San Francisco, all this good stuff. But yeah, I seen that exact clip. When you ask about Trump, it was like, yeah, I can't give you political commentary. I was like, well, huh?
What you mean?
I was like, hey?
That endorse any political party or its leader. Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
There we go.
While there are many reasons to vote for Kamala Harris, the most significant may be that she is a female of color with a comprehensive plan to address racial injustice and inequality throughout the country.
We know, and we've seen it for years now, this constant bias. What is the right?
And shout out, bro, for using Ground, because this is exactly what we use here at S.E.T and Key Media. I want you to pay attention to this bias description. This is how we kind of differ.
Differentiate.
Differentiate. Ah, goodness. But, you know.
It's 2 in the morning here in Ohio, yo.
Okay. Which one we will read off for y'all. And we kind of like to lean more towards the middle and then give you the radical left and the radical right perspective.
Right saying about it. Well, New York Post, yeah, it leans right. Woke tech giant Google censors Trump and backs Harris. Google was accused of skewing search results relating to Republican president candidate Donald Trump in favor of Dem rival Kamala Harris. And what's crazy is that we've all seen this, and the left isn't even denying it. You go back to what the left is saying. Remove your tinfoil hats. Social media mishaps aren't always billionaire election stealing plots. Regardless, you're still admitting that the search results and everything was bad for Trump, but good for Kamala. It's shady, and this is one of the many reasons why I love ground news, because it equips you with the tools to see the left, right, and center and how they're really spinning things between different headlines and stories. So if you want to get involved, be sure to click the link below or scan the QR code here on the screen. And for those,
I'd advise getting ground news as well. Like, hey, we got it here too.
Those of you that are international, don't figure you can go right up to this corner, hit US edition, and you can toggle between international, UK, Canada, so you can always get the news that matters to you. In utilizing the unlimited access to the Vantage plan, which is the one I have now, you can use Blind Spot, which is my favorite feature that they have. It shows you everything that the right is talking about, but the left isn't. And on the other side, it shows you everything that the left is talking about, but the right isn't. So you can see the news from a clear slate, so that you can always see the news for what it is. A quick.
Now, you feel me? I like the plug because you kind of got to do the plug, bro. It's just, let's be real. It's a good website. I advise you get it. It'll make you more informed.
And enact a nationwide abortion ban with or without Congress.
Okay, let's see what Trump has said himself. What did he say?
You wouldn't support a national ban.
Hold on.
Link sent off this scan the QR.
Would limit access to birth control, ban medication abortion, and enact a nationwide abortion ban with or without Congress.
Okay, let's see what Trump has said himself. What did he say?
You wouldn't support a national ban.
No, I wouldn't support a national ban. No, I would not.
He says he will not support a national ban on abortion. He said that multiple times. Let's see his stances on exceptions, because everyone's like he's going to ban it in totality. Let's see what he has to say about that.
But I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. I think it's very important.
He said it plain and simple. For rape, incest, and life of the mother, he is also totally fine with abortion in that sense. He's going to take away IVF.
Taking away our freedom to control our bodies, the freedom to become a mother through...
And that's a Project 2025 spin. Because that's what they say about Project 2025. They're going to ban IVFs. And not even in Project 2025 it says that.
Funny enough.
IVF like I did.
Okay, Michelle Obama saying that Trump wants to get rid of IVF and he doesn't like IVF. Let's see what Trump actually thinks of IVF.
For mothers and families to have babies, not harder.
Rid of IVF
like I did. Our bodies, the freedom to become a mother through IVF like I did.
Okay, Michelle Obama saying that.
No way. There's no way she said that. I didn't want to.
Michael?
Could she? Michael?
Big Mike. Oh God.
Well, Obama was gay, but
they don't know about his backdoor sexcapades.
Oh,
his 2C lace sexcapades in a hotel Motel 8 room with what was his name?
So wait, hold on. Does that mean there's no way to really prove that she birthed kids?
They muddied the water. She muddied the waters with that one. I ain't gonna lie.
With that one.
I ain't gonna lie. Conspiracy theorists are fuming.
I mean, Michelle Obama could be a man. I'm just gonna say it.
Big Mike.
Yep.
Trump wants to get rid of IVF, and he doesn't like IVF. Let's see what Trump actually thinks of IVF.
For mothers and families to have babies,
shout out 614, man. Y'all know that's where we from.
That includes supporting the availability of fertility treatments like IVF in every state in America.
This video, I hope you're seeing, there's more to come, but I hope you're seeing right now that there's a lot of people at play just bluntly lying in our faces and getting away with it. Like, don't tell me how to think, don't lie to me about a person, just give me the truth, give me what they're saying. And it is evident with this video, you can barely trust the things that they're telling you. These videos are showing clear as day that there are a lot of left-leaning people who hate Trump just to hate Trump and are not giving credit where credit's due and acknowledging when he's actually being very modest. He's homophobic.
Pete Buttigieg.
don't you think it's just great to see the fact that you've got a guy there on the stage with his husband, and it's normal. It's not even.
I think
seen
it's
as a big
absolutely fine. I do.
Well,
as your president,
Whoa.
I will do everything in my power to protect our LGBTQ citizens from the violence and oppression of a hateful foreign ideology.
Well, diplomatically, I can
don't know how this is
respect
homophobic,
that because
and
you
we're
don't
gonna
want
get
to
into it.
alienate your voters in any type of way, alienate or ostracize any percentage of your voters. So I can respect that politically and diplomatically. I might disagree fundamentally, but I can understand why you said
I'm
it.
okay with gays. It's just that just keep it away from the children.
No, that's my
like
stance.
bro, nobody's mad at the gay people. We're just mad at the groomers, bro. That's why there's even gays against groomers, because even the gay community see it as a problem. Like, yo, yeah, we got groomers in here that's trying to get children to be gay. They're trying to recruit children instead of just
letting them come to it naturally.
Yeah, or just kicking it with the adults that y'all got. But maybe some of these dudes have an underlying tone of
P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pedo-ness.
PDFness.
Yep.
Called him a PDF.
But in practice, the
PDFers.
Trump administration has pursued an anti-LGBTQ agenda. Let's hear what he's critiqued.
Department of Justice sent a memo to the Supreme Court. Title VII, which is a civil rights law protecting against discrimination on the basis of sex, does not extend to transgender workers.
Where are the gay people at? This has nothing to do with gay people. It goes back to the LGB versus the TQ+. I've talked about this in my other pieces of content. At the end of the day, like, I can't change the fact that I'm gay. I can't change the fact that I'm black. But I'm being told you can change your gender on the fly. Men can be women and women can be men. You know, I'm being told these things. So of course, like, if you can just switch it back, then boom. Like, you know what I mean? It's very dicey. So it makes sense why gender identity discrimination isn't really constituted as sexual discrimination. And especially when it comes to gay people, my friends just got married at Mar-a-Lago. Literally, Trump had a gay wedding at his house this year. He seems like a very horrible racist person and a very horrible homophobic person if he's always constantly surrounding himself with multiple...
It kind of just sounds like Trump's just pro-American.
Yeah.
He's just like, I don't care, bro. I don't care if you're gay, black. I don't care your color. I'm just pro. I've kind of feel the sentiment. I'm pro-American in the same way. I don't care what color you are. As long as we can all agree that we're for the prosper of America, like, that's it. That's all we need to know. We're for protecting our communities. We're for abiding by the law. Then, bro, I don't care what color you are. We're Americans. We're good.
And to that point, we're stronger together than divided. So all the divisiveness and the isolation of certain communities and groups is really to our detriment rather than to our benefit. Like, ideological differences aside, man, we have being Americans as our core identity, and we have that in common. So if we can kind of all center around that, like I said, we're stronger together than divided.
Yeah.
Different races and multiple different sexualities. Again, actions speak louder than words, and as a gay man in this country, I am unfazed by President Trump. He's racist against Mexicans.
You have been widely criticized, Donald, as you know, for offending immigrants in your announcement speech. I want to just play again exactly what you said in that speech. Here you are.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
Now, you've tried to clarify this statement in recent days, Donald, but I guess the question comes down to this. Do you regret saying that specifically about rapists, or do you stand by it?
No, not at all. Of course, it's not only
10
Mexico. If you let
toes.
that run a little bit longer.
10 toes.
My dog. I'd have been on the same thing. It's like, yeah, of course I'm in it. Like, what do you mean? What you want to do? Take myself out of context? It's like, what are you talking about?
That's y'all job.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm not doing that to myself now.
Come on now.
To apologize for what I said, man. That's wild. I'm like, if you're a real man, you're going to stand on what you say.
Talking about people coming from all over. They're coming from all over. They'll soon be coming, and probably already have been coming from all over.
Hold on. That's Trump's fam? Okay, never mind. Daughters, and he got like 2 sons.
Trump has a large family.
Hey, shout out to my dog. Hey.
all over the world.
Gold.
You're
That's why I
probably
need
going to have
like
people.
10.
You're probably going to have terrorists coming from the Middle East.
my first
Somebody
wife.
said, "Oh, we don't have terrorists." They don't even know.
Who my first wife? Bro, what?
You can watch my video. I did a video on the border wall. There are Chinese people, Russian people, and Indian people flying to South America and coming up through Mexico through the border because it's that easy to break through. When watching that clip, it is clear Trump is not talking about the Mexican race. They're all rapists and disgusting and whatever it may be. He wasn't talking about that. He's talking about the people that are sneaking through the border. And speaking of the border, let's see what they have to think about it.
More than 80 migrants with previous criminal convictions were caught trying to cross into the United States illegally in the El Paso sector. According to Border Patrol,
Where's Professor Swagamuffin when
El Salvador
when you need it?
Gangs were wanted for homicide. Another migrant
Lincoln,
who was also wanted
Professor
for murder
Swagamuffin,
was
where y'all
sent back
at?
to Mexico. CBP says that many of the migrants are aggravated felons, sex offenders,
Where y'all at?
predators, drug traffickers,
Where y'all at?
and drunk drivers.
So where did Trump lie in his statement? Because it's apparent at the southern border, there are criminals coming through Mexico that are murderers and rapists and serial crime offenders. The list goes on. Exactly what Trump said. So instead of the media telling you that Trump says all Mexicans are rapists and they're all so bad, he's literally talking about what's actually happening at the border. And that video was so old, everything he said had just come true even more. It is an issue that we're dealing with at our southern border, but everyone keeps talking about race instead of focusing on what's actually going.
Yeah, and bro, it brings me back to that debate we had, Professor Swagamuffin. Dog, how can you literally sit there and look at a statistic that's so skewed to say, oh, immigrants are 3 times less likely to commit a crime than a U.S. citizen?
A misrepresented fact,
bro,
or statistic,
Chat,
or report.
If you're a statistician, you know, you ever work, you're really good at math. Like, walk with me down this mathematical
or even regular,
logic trail.
just basic data analysis. Bro.
Yeah, just walk with me down this. Right? Is it fair to compare a larger sample group to a smaller sample group? And I know if there's, you know, certain compare, like, you know, if they can align just a little bit, maybe just like, I don't know, maybe like a couple 100 or 200 off, maybe. But can you, you know, compare a sample group of, let's say, 350 million U.S. citizens to a sample group of 37 million immigrants, and then sit there and say, oh, well, the crime statistic we get is fair? Like, can we sit there and really say that? Like, I'm just saying, you know, for my people who do good math.
Down, y'all. We are being lied to about this man. He downplayed COVID. I want y'all to look at this real quick. Fact check. The World Health Organization did not say COVID can't transmit from person to person. I'm going to repeat this, and it's on the screen. Fact check. The World Health Organization did not say COVID-19 can't transmit from person to person. Cool. So what did they say? Preliminary investigations conducted by the Chinese authorities have found no clear evidence of human-to-human transmission of the novel coronavirus 2019-nCoV identified in Wuhan, China. That is from the WHO. Listen, Trump downplayed COVID, Trump COVID this, Trump COVID. The people we were supposed to be listening to didn't get anything right at all either. No one's being real or consistent. You got Pelosi talking about come outside, come to Chinatown, everything's all fine and dandy.
You should come to Chinatown. Precautions have been taken by our city. We know that there is a concern about tourism traveling all throughout the world, but we think it's very safe to be in Chinatown and hope that others will come.
Just phony. And everybody was getting mad at him calling it the China virus. I'm sorry. Have you ever heard of the West Nile virus? Is that not a thing? Have you heard of the Spanish flu? We've always named flus and sicknesses from the country origin, not every single one, but it has been common. To pin that on Trump, and the media keep calling him racist and a bigot for that, as if the West Nile virus and Spanish flu aren't a thing that we study in school.
Okay.
I'm telling y'all, you really need to think for yourselves. Do not be lied and misled about this damn man. Is he crazy sometimes? Yes. Has he lied sometimes? Yes. But these are the most this list, which there's more. This is the prominent list of the top key things that he's always been lied to about, and it's all being debunked right now. And I'm not just talking out my hoo-ha. It's coming from Trump himself. They're lying about the things that he's saying, y'all. Trump told people to take ivermectin and horse dewormer. The truth is, ivermectin, which is not only a drug for horses, there is a human-grade ivermectin, has worked for the same amount of people.
Oh yeah, yep. The ivermectin is what whatchamacallit, Joe Rogan was taking, and everybody was calling him, oh, he's taking horse dewormer, ivermectin. When ivermectin has been proved to low-key, well, I'm not gonna say what it was helping him do.
Purportedly.
But yeah, it was helping him kind of work out with that thing that was going on back in, during the pandemic.
The sea bug.
Yes, the sea bug. So yeah, ivermectin does actually help, allegedly, reportedly. And they was calling everybody, oh, he wants you to take horse tranquilizer, horse dewormer, and all this good stuff. But that was false. I remember this man, Joe Rogan, sat down Sanjay Gupta of CNN, their top doctor at CNN, and made him admit that, no, you're right. You can use ivermectin for that. You're right. It's crazy, but they still try to call him a far-right loon and all this crazy stuff. But, hey, liberals will believe anything.
In my life, as the same amount of people who got the vaccine.
Not all you liberals, just 80%.
And then still got COVID. At that, there's such thing as Advil for horses. So now just because you take an Advil, you take a horse medicine? No, that's not how this works. Why crap on someone medically for doing something that's worked for them and that was prescribed to them by their doctor? The same people that's constantly saying Trump is lying, Trump's a bigot, Trump spreads misinformation is the same group of people that was misled and wrong about everything regarding 2020 and COVID.
Not just protecting themselves, but reducing their transmission to other people and allowing society to get back to normal?
We can kind of almost see the end. We're vaccinating so very fast. Our data from the CDC today suggests, that vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick.
Getting vaccinated and getting a booster shot when eligible can save your life and protect you and your family and friends from getting seriously ill and spreading infection.
What do you think the probability is? 80%? Personally, I think it's 100%. I think that there's a reduction in transmission.
COVID, if you have these vaccinations. We have all the vaccines we need. We just need our people to take it. A, for their own protection, for the protection of their family, but
B,
also
for the profit of the pharmaceuticals.
The chain of transmission. You want to be a dead end to the virus. So when the virus gets to you, you stop it. You don't allow it to use you as the stepping stone to the next person.
Now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus
stops
with every vaccinated person.
Allegedly.
A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus. The virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere else.
And we know that to be
these are the same people who put all this control in 2020. Ooh, this pisses me off so much. Lied to our faces about this non-stop. They lied. They were wrong. Completely wrong. 110% wrong. And we're all trusting these same people to tell us the facts about Kamala versus Trump. You got me messed up. I really hope that this video has been helpful for you today and that you share this with all your friends and family who have ever questioned Trump, had doubts about Trump, on the fence about Trump, or just honestly, not just in general, even if they hate Trump. Everyone needs to see this video for the truth.
Everybody knows
outlined.
that vaccination shots make you a little bit less susceptible to catching said disease. Like if I get a flu shot, that don't mean I'm impervious to the fucking flu.
No, do not.
I'm just a little bit less susceptible to getting that flu. So the idea or the concept that was pushed, the narrative that was pushed that, hey, get the vaccine, you'll be good. You'll never spread it. You'll never get it. Like for a lot of people to have bought into that concept or that narrative, it was pretty misleading.
I'm gonna be real.
Pretty
with you.
foolish.
Like, bro, did you take it? I know you didn't. I know. Me.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Me and bro both stood on business about that shot. We was sitting in the car like, bro, they might take our jobs over this. So we just looked at each other like, man, fuck it,
bro. I said, this is the part where I guess I crash out. Then this is the part where the society kicks me to the side. I was ready.
And me too.
I was ready.
Right, I guess we're gonna have to laminate fake these damn cars, print them off the printer, bro. We ain't losing nothing.
Man, I was ready to be an outcast.
Oh, did you get your, what was it, Vax card? I'm like, yeah, sure, I got it.
Oh, God. Vaccine. And they try to push, like, what, 2-3 boosters?
Yep, nope. Not one.
Hell out of here.
Not one.
Shout out no myocarditis.
He got a one-on-one